We're here today in the National Botanic Garden of Wales to really celebrate the volunteers that we have as a project here at West Wales Befriending Links for Age Cymru. One of the themes for this year is safeguarding and dignity. So as part of our project setting up activity groups across West Wales, we are aware that we're bringing many older people into our groups, and some of those older people are quite vulnerable. And so today's theme is really looking to educate our volunteers and encourage them in those issues, as well as thank them for the work they do.
Ar rhan Age Cymru Ceredigion, fe hoffwn ni croesawu i chi gyd yma heddi a diolch i chi gyd am ddod. Ni gwybod bod wedi bod yn journey hir iawn i chi ddod. Fe rai ni wedi dechrau hanner 98 bore yma.
83, 111, 1,670. They're not my bingo numbers. And as far as I'm aware, they're not tonight's winning lotto numbers. They're numbers that sum up West Wales Befriending Links, and the last almost 3 years that we've been running as a project. You see, we are making a difference. 83. 83 is the number of groups, both new groups that have been set up and existing groups that have been nurtured and supported by the project. West Wales Befriending Links has set up these 83 groups across Pembrokeshire, Ceredigion and here in Carmarthenshire, funded by the Big Lottery Advantage programme for 5 years. These groups have set up vibrant community spaces for older people to make the most of later life. Because of our 111 volunteers, and many of whom are here today, and thank you for making the trip from far-flung places as Tregaron, as a lady I spoke to on the way in has come from today. We're making that difference together to make this project the success that it is. And we're making that difference because of you. So this morning we just want to say a very big thank you to you, to the staff and to you as our trusted volunteers who have enabled us to make a difference in 1,670 lives. Thank you.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to be here. I'm really pleased to have been asked to be here. But equally, I'm absolutely delighted to meet each and every one of you, volunteers. You're wonderful people. And as I go through my talk, I hope you will realise just how much I personally, the Big Lottery in particular, value the volunteers across Wales. In October, Age UK published a report and showed that abuse in the UK has increased by 4% within 2 years. But the other statistic showed that 39,000 older people, that's over 65, in Wales suffered abuse in that time. So the need is quite clear. The toe in the door, opening the door, getting people out of isolation, getting them into community events, making friends, someone to speak to, is part of the preventative model. And you're part of that. You're delivering that. And that is just wonderful. It's actually just by being there. Just by being there means somebody may stop and think before they do something to hurt an elderly person. The isolation, you're breaking that down. You're taking them out. And that's great. Healthier, active lives. What could be better? To help people to have dignity and respect. The most wonderful thing. And you're doing that.
Oh, it's been an absolute success. I'm so delighted. A fabulous turnout, over 100, volunteers coming from over 3 counties. The weather has been on our side, which is always a bonus in the beautiful gardens. But what I'm really impressed with is the energy, the commitment, and the desire to know more and to find out more about, the other groups, the other areas. It continues to surprise me, to be honest, the kind of the enthusiasm and the commitment that volunteers show, and no more than today in in this room. So yeah, a fabulous day. I'm absolutely delighted, and I really hope that everyone's had the opportunity to have a chat with everybody else, find out what's going on, and also to enjoy these beautiful gardens at the end of the day because our glorious sunshine is out. So yeah, a fabulous day.
Well, at the moment I'm helping out in Carmarthen. There's 25 people that come in to the island in Tregenna, and they all bring knitting or crocheting, cards. It all varies. We've got a gentleman there that plays cards and dominoes, and then we provide them with a cup of tea. It's more of for 2 hours, a comforting friendship.
I volunteer for a number of things. First of all, I'm a trustee with Age Cymru Sir Gar, and I've done that for the last 5.5 years. But the other thing I do is around digital volunteering. So I help older people with computer issues. We've had some really good inputs from the speakers, from the chief officers, and from Rebecca, who's the project coordinator.
West Wales Befriending Links has been running since 2011. We were funded by the big lottery fund under the Advantage scheme. I think age is a number, but it's also a state of mind, and we've got volunteers in their teens and we've got volunteers in their 80s, and that's something that I think is a real contribution and helps make our group so successful, is that they're peer-led.
Yeah, today's event is really good. I'm just so pleased that all the volunteers have made the effort to come. I think most of our volunteers that are regularly active in Pembrokeshire have made the effort to come today, and for me that gives me a great satisfaction that they understand the importance of their role, that they're supporting me in developing those groups and keeping those groups going, and they want to come to see what we're doing on a 3 county-wide basis.
Ni wedi cael arian wrth y big lottery I sefydlu grwpiau dros Cyfyrddin I gyd, Sir Gyfyrddin, fi yw'r coordinator Peter Morgan, a mae 16 o grwpiau gyda ni ar y foment hyn dros y Sir I gyd. Heddi, ni'n gweud diolch yn fawr iawn i'r gwirfoddolwyr sy'n gweithio da ni I helpu ni sefydlu'r grwpiau dros y Sir I gyd.
Today's been an excellent celebration of an extremely effective project carried out by the 3 counties, Ceredigion, Pembrokeshire and Carmarthenshire, in relation to helping older people socialise, be more aware of issues that affect them, and work to help themselves.
We've had approximately 90 volunteers from the 3 counties, which is Carmarthenshire, Pembrokeshire and Ceredigion, and as you can see behind me, they're all having a fantastic time. I think they've learned a great deal, because obviously safeguarding older people is of paramount importance, and I'm just so glad really that they're all here today.